Michael's sword tore through the dragon's wing in a single slash. Black blood sprayed across the sky. The dragon stumbled back, all 7 heads screaming at once. Michael did not stop. He swung again, and the second wing ripped in half. The dragon drove his claws into Michael's chest, but Michael buried his blade in the dragon's jaw. He was eye to eye with the creature that was once his brother. His sword in his jaw, the dragon's claws deep in his chest. The ground of heaven was soaked in blood that was never supposed to be spilled. We will reveal what it cost Michael to destroy someone he once called a brother. How he finally threw the dragon from heaven. And what the dragon swore to do the moment he hit the earth. But Michael and the dragon were not always enemies, and the reason they became enemies was written in Michael's name all along. Heaven had 1,000 angels. Only one carried a name that was a question. Michael, who is like God? That is what his name meant. Not a title given at birth, a truth stamped into him the moment God made him. Every time another angel called his name across the halls of heaven, the answer echoed with it. No one. No one is like God. He was not the highest-ranking angel. He was not the most beautiful. He stood below the seraphim, below the cherubim, in the rank of archangel. But every morning he walked the borders of God's throne room with his sword at his side. While the other angels sang, Michael stood guard. That was his purpose. That was all he wanted. Above him in rank stood Lucifer, the brightest creature God had ever made. When Lucifer moved through heaven, light bent around him. His voice led the songs that every angel in heaven followed. Angels stopped what they were doing just to watch him pass. God had given him more beauty, more power, more authority than any other being. And Lucifer looked at all of it and decided it was not enough. It started quietly. Lucifer began visiting angels in the far corners of heaven, where the light was softer and the throne felt far away. He would sit beside them and ask questions that sounded harmless.
Have you ever wondered why we serve? We are powerful. We are beautiful. Why should beings like us bow?
Some angels walked away, but others stayed. They leaned in closer, and Lucifer kept talking.
God keeps the throne for himself. He keeps the glory. He keeps the power. But look at what we are. We are not weak servants. We deserve more than this.
A third of heaven's angels listened. Lucifer thought his rebellion was a secret, but God's answer was already written across his body. It started with his skin. The glow that made angels stop and stare began to fade. Bright gold turned to sick yellow, then to gray. His skin pulled tight against his bones, dried out and cracked. Patches of it hardened into scales, thick, rough, black. The kind of skin you see on snakes and lizards. His face went next. The jaw stretched longer and wider until it tore in two. A second head pushed out from his neck, then a third, then more. 7 heads growing where one face used to be, each one uglier than the last. The golden feathers of his wings dropped out in clumps. What grew back were dark, leathery wings with thin bones showing through. His back arched, his body swelled, until his robes tore apart. What stood in their place was 3 times the size of any angel. Chest heaving. Every head dripping with sweat. 10 horns, 7 heads. A tail thick enough to drag stars out of the sky. The pride he loved so much had cost him the very beauty he was so proud of. Without God, beauty had nothing to hold on to. The outside was now matching the inside. Heaven was looking at its first monster, and every angel who had followed him saw what they had chosen. God did not let them stay. He threw the dragon and every angel who followed him out of the throne room. But he did not kick him out of heaven. God sent them to the lower heavens, in the hope that they would see what pride had cost them and turn back. But the dragon had no such intention. From that lower place, he saw the earth, and on it, he saw something that made his rage burn hotter than before. Humans. Small, fragile creatures, made in the image of God. The same God who had taken everything from him. He gave these weak things his own likeness. The dragon could not stand it. If God loved them, he would destroy them. And he did. He whispered lies in a garden and watched the first family fall. He stirred up kings. He filled nations with false gods. He killed prophets. Century after century, he waged war on God's people, not because he hated them, but because God loved them. Michael watched it all from the gates of the throne room. His sword was at his side, his hand was on the hilt, but the order to fight had not come. Not yet. Then, after centuries of attacking God's people, the dragon went still. All 7 heads turned toward the sky. A woman appeared in the heavens, wrapped in sunlight, crowned with 12 stars. She was in pain. She was about to give birth. The dragon felt his claws tremble with fear. He had never been afraid of anything since he left God's presence. But when he saw that woman, he knew what she was carrying. He knew that if this child lived, he was finished. And for the first time since his fall, the dragon was terrified. A woman just appeared before the dragon. He knows what will come next. And he is standing right beneath her with all 7 jaws open. But what the dragon does not know is that this is the moment Michael has been waiting for. The dragon believes nothing can beat a seraph. Michael is about to show him what faith in God can do. So if you are ready to see what happens when an archangel stands against a seraph, drop "Show Me the War" below. Because Michael's sword is drawn, his army is behind him, and the dragon has no idea what is coming. The sky split open and light poured through the crack. A woman stood in the middle of it. She was so bright with sunlight that it hurt to look at her. She stood on the moon itself with nothing else beneath her. No ground, no cloud, just open sky. 12 stars circled her head, burning bright and steady. And she was in pain. The child inside her was coming. Below her, the dragon waited. Seven heads, 10 horns. A crown sat on each head, not given by God, but taken from kingdoms he had poisoned over centuries. Egypt, Assyria, Babylon, Persia, Greece, Rome. Each crown was a trophy from a nation he had turned against God's people. His tail swept across the sky. He was enormous. He was patient, and all 14 of his eyes were locked on the woman. He did not care about her. He cared about what she carried. This child would rule all nations. This child was the end of the dragon's war. Every promise God had made since the first garden. Every word about a king, a rescuer. All of it lived inside this woman. If the child was born and lived, the dragon's kingdom was finished. So he planted himself beneath her, all 7 jaws open, ready to swallow the child the moment it arrived. One of the fallen angels crept close to the dragon's side, voice shaking.
What if we are too late? What if God moves first?
God will not touch me here. Not while I stand this close to her.
But the prophecy.
I have stopped God's plans before. I made the first man disobey. I made the first woman eat the fruit. I will kill this child before he draws his first breath.
The woman cried out. The child was born. God moved faster than the dragon's jaws could close. The child was caught up to the throne of God, taken straight to the highest seat in all of creation. The dragon's teeth snapped shut on empty air. The woman was carried away to a place God had already prepared, hidden, safe, provided for. The dragon stood there with nothing in his mouth, nothing in his claws. None of his plans had worked, and now it was too late. His 7 heads screamed at the same time, a sound so loud that his own fallen angels dropped to their knees and covered their ears.
Heaven, now. Burn every corner of it. If I cannot have the child, I will have the throne.
This was no longer a rebellion. This was an invasion. His army came from every dark corner of the lower heavens, fallen angels dragging weapons made from stolen light. Thousands of them. The dragon stood at the front, 7 heads high, 10 horns forward, his dark wings spread wide. Behind him, his army stretched so far back that the last rows were still in darkness. Michael stood at the gates of heaven and watched them coming. He gripped his sword. Behind him stood the faithful angels, 2 for every one the dragon had. But numbers were not what made this fight terrifying. Michael was an archangel. The dragon had been a seraph, the highest rank God ever made. Even twisted and broken, even stripped of his beauty, a seraph was still stronger than an archangel. Every angel in heaven knew this. Michael knew it too. No archangel had ever fought a seraph. There was no battle to look back on, no victory to draw courage from. Michael was about to walk into a fight that everyone thought he should lose. The only thing on his side was the God whose name he carried. Michael's army moved first. A single line of angels stretched from one end of heaven to the other. Every angel wore white and gold armor. Their swords were drawn. The blades were not metal. They were light, pressed into the shape of a blade. Bright enough that when they swung, the light trailed behind the blade. Their feet hit the ground at the same time. The sound grew louder with every step until the ground was shaking. The dragon's forces came from the other side. No lines, no formation. They surged forward in a mass of shadow and noise, hissing, shrieking, clawing over each other to reach the front. They were wild and desperate. The two armies hit each other, and heaven shook. Michael's sword connected first. He drove the blade into the nearest fallen angel, and the creature split apart, not into blood and bone, but into ash. His blade was made from a light so strong it turned every fallen angel to ash. Around him, the faithful angels held their ground. Every demon that came forward met the same light and turned to ash. The dragon drove forward himself, all 7 heads snapping. His claws tore through angel after angel. He was stronger than any angel on the field. He grabbed one of Michael's captains and threw him across the sky.
Hold the line! Eyes forward!
The faithful angels closed the gap. They did not look at the one who fell. They looked at their commander.
There are too many of them.
Have faith in what you are fighting for.
We will finish this.
Michael tightened his grip and walked straight toward the dragon. Every step saying the same thing his name had always said. Nothing compares to God. The dragon reared up on his back legs. All 7 mouths opened at once.
You cannot win this, Michael. I was above you. I am still above you.
You are above me. Now look behind you.
The dragon turned one of his heads. His back line was gone. Ash drifted where his soldiers had stood. The center was folding. The edges were already empty.
Your army is burning. Your promises were lies. And lies do not survive in this place.
You think burning my army would grant you a victory?
Michael swung. The blade slashed across 3 of the dragon's heads, leaving long gashes from jaw to skull. The dragon screamed and drove his claws into Michael's chest. Michael did not pull back. He stepped closer, drove the blade upward, and buried it in the dragon's jaw. Eye to eye. The dragon's claws deep in his chest. Michael's sword locked in bone.
You will regret this.
Not more than you.
Michael ripped the blade free. The dragon staggered back. First his front line had fallen, then his center, then his flanks. Now his jaw hung open and broken. and everything around him was ash and silence. Michael did not stop. His blade caught the dragon's left wing and tore through it in a single slash. The dragon stumbled sideways. He swung again, and the second wing ripped in half. The dragon roared so loud the ground of heaven cracked beneath his feet. But he did not fall. He dug his claws into the ground and held on. Blood ran from his wings, from his jaw, from the 3 heads Michael had already slashed open. But his other 4 heads were still snapping. His tail was still swinging. His fallen angels were still fighting. Michael was bleeding too. His arms were heavy. His chest was torn open where the dragon's claws had gone deep. He had given everything he had, and the dragon was still standing. The dragon looked at Michael's shaking hands and smiled for the first time since the battle began. He could see it. The Archangel was breaking. The dragon was sure this fight was over. He had never been more wrong about anything in his existence. The dragon stepped forward. For the first time in the battle, he was not defending. He was not retreating. He was walking toward Michael. He could smell the blood. He could see the shaking arms. And he wanted Michael to hear every word.
Look at you, shaking, bleeding. You were never built for this, Michael. I was a Seraph. You were a god at the gate. You are weak. You cannot kill me.
Michael looked down at his own body. Torn chest, shaking arms, blood running down his legs. Then he looked at the dragon. Both wings gone. 3 heads hanging limp. Blood pouring from every wound Michael had put there. And Michael smiled.
You are right. I am just an archangel. Lower rank, smaller, weaker. Everything you said is true.
The dragon's eyes narrowed.
But look at you, the highest rank God ever made, the most powerful creature in all of creation. And look what a simple archangel with nothing but faith did to you. I took your wings. I broke your heads. I put you on your knees, not with power, with faith in the God you walked away from.
The dragon's snarling stopped. Because Michael was not boasting. He was telling the truth.
You left God, and it cost you everything. I stayed, and it gave me enough to destroy you.
Michael planted his feet, raised his blade over his head, and screamed 3 words so loud the walls of heaven shook.
Who is like God?
Every faithful angel on the battlefield stopped. Then one by one, they raised their swords and screamed it back.
Who is like God?
The dragon heard it all. Every word, every echo. He looked at his broken wings. He looked at the ash where his army used to stand. He looked at the archangel who had just torn him apart in front of all of heaven. His 4 remaining heads twitched. His claws dug deeper into the ground. His whole body was shaking, not from pain, but from rage. The dragon did not bow. He did not repent. He opened all 4 remaining mouths and roared so loud the ground of heaven split beneath him. Then God's hand moved. The opening widened. It started pulling the dragon and his army downward. The dragon clawed at the edges. His broken wings beat uselessly against the air. His heads screamed. None of it mattered. The pull was stronger than all of him. He fell until he was nothing. A third of the angels fell with him, stars going dark, one after another, until the sky was still. Then a voice filled every corner of heaven.
Now salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God and the power of his Christ have come, for the accuser has been thrown down.
Michael lowered his sword. His wounds were still open. His hands were still shaking. Around him, faithful angels dropped to their knees. Heaven was whole again. The accuser was gone. The throne was untouched. But the voice carried a warning.
Woe to the earth and the sea, because the devil has gone down to you. He is filled with fury, because he knows his time is short.
Michael looked down through the opening. Far below, the dragon hit the ground and lay in a pool of his own blood. Then he stood up. Four heads were turning around, looking for something. The other three hung sideways, jaws cut open, dripping blood. But even those were trying to move. He was looking for the people God loved most. The dragon hit the earth so hard that the ground cracked beneath him. Dust rose in a column that blocked the sun for miles. His wings were gone. His army was scattered. The beauty that once made heaven stop and stare had been stripped away. Nothing left but rage and ruin. He stood up anyway. The first thing he did was look back at the sky. Heaven was closed. The door he had walked through for ages was sealed shut. No light came through, no sound, just the gray sky that reflected his loss.
God threw me out. The child is out of reach. The throne is sealed. But the woman, she has children on this earth.
He looked around and saw them. Scattered across the earth, people who kept God's commands, people who held to their faith, people who carried the same truth that had just thrown him out of the sky.
Revelation 12:17 says, Then the dragon was enraged at the woman, and went off to wage war against the rest of her offspring, those who keep God's commands and hold fast their testimony about Jesus.
He went after them, not with swords. He had learned something in heaven. Brute force had failed him. Michael's steady feet and calm hands had beaten his fury. So the dragon changed his weapons. He found a man praying alone at night and whispered into the silence.
God forgot about you. Look around. Nothing has changed. Nothing will change.
The man's hands slowed. His head dropped. His words trailed off. His mouth stopped moving. The dragon moved to the next one. A woman kneeling beside her bed, too tired to finish her prayer. He sat beside her and spoke softly.
Rest. You have fought long enough. No one would blame you for stopping.
She put her head down, her grip loosened. He moved to a third. A young man reading scripture by candlelight. The dragon leaned close.
Those are old words, written for old people in old places. They have nothing for you.
The young man's eyes moved across the page. His lips kept moving. He did not stop reading. The dragon pulled back. His jaw tightened. The same jaw Michael had split open in heaven. This one still carried the light. This one was still connected to the side that broke his army. He could feel it burning through the page, the same fire that had turned his soldiers to ash. One by one, house by house, century after century, some fell, some held. The war that started in heaven had moved into kitchens and bedrooms. And quiet places where no one was watching. Michael's sword is still drawn. Heaven's army is still watching. And the same God who threw the dragon out of the sky stands behind every person who refuses to let go of the truth. The war was won in heaven. The Christ sits on the throne. And the dragon is already finished. But he still kneels beside every person who prays, whispering lies to anyone who will listen. But Michael's sword did not rest for long. Above the Persian Empire, a dark spirit sat on an invisible throne, controlling kings like puppets. No angel had ever challenged him. Then an old man named Daniel dropped to his knees and prayed. That prayer shook heaven. God sent Gabriel down with a message, but something grabbed him mid-flight and held him for 21 days. Gabriel could not move, could not break free. That is when God sent Michael. Click on the video being displayed on your screen to see what Michael and Gabriel did to the Dark Prince over Persia.